So how many other people like click the go live and you think that you're live and you're not? Yep, just happened. It's this lunchtime live thing. RB Dog is here. KNR Destination's here. Woof woof. Perfect timing for your lunch break. It is my lunch break too. I'm working from home today. So it is my lunch hour. So, hey, everybody. So what is everybody up to? I'm going to pull this up on my phone so I can have it on my phone too. It's just me. It's just me today. Robert is working. Oh, here comes some people. RBDJ's here. Linda R's here. A little bit crazy. Hello, everyone. I hate how it always takes forever to show up on YouTube. I'm looking. It's a daydream raid. Whoop whoop. Wayne Becky's here. Texas Family Camping. His Way Homestead. Wow, that's pretty awesome. Oh, there it is. Let me turn it down on my phone. There we go. Now I can actually see the real chat. Perfect. All right. So His Way Homestead, new friend just signed up. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. So it's so funny how things happen to materialize. So my thing I wanted to do today was what was you guys tell me what I had it set up today to be about. It was like I'm sitting here pulling up my thing. Expectations. So expectations were kind of what prompted me this morning. And last night I was thinking about if I was going to do one today and what I was going to do. Hey, pause and effect for your lurking and working. I'm actually taking a break from work. I've been lurking. So I was thinking about different things to do for a topic for today, and expectations. It just kind of popped into my head because we all have all these expectations of how we think things should be and how we think they're going to be, and how many times do we end up not meeting those expectations, whether it's something that we could change or it is something that somebody else has changed for us. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. Hey, Nursing or Travel Bug, Justin and Christina's. Pause and effect, you're slowing the hours, gain some, then lose some, still need 500 plus. Yeah, I get that. we don't lose hours because we haven't hit that 1 year mark. We lose our subscribers go up and down all the time. It's like you gain 5, you lose 3. I have lost hours one time and I never figured that out, whether or not it was a bogus subscriber maybe. And so when they disappeared, their hours disappeared. I don't know. So chugging my water. So I'm going to post a link if anybody wants to talk. Pause and effect. Last year you had some real, let me put that up here. Yeah. I mean, our goal is to try to, our 1 year really is going to be like January. So if we can do that, I think it'll be good. Texas Family Camping, huh? Yeah. Hey, Robin. Oh, wow. And you know what else, which is really kind of odd, was RVDJ, was I go and I look at my analytics and my watch hours. If I look at my videos versus my lives where I'm on live for, let's say we did a 2-hour live the other day. How can you do a 2-hour live and then get 1 hour of watch time? And then I looked to see how many people were in the live, and it was about 10 people averaged. So it was 10 to 20 people. And I just don't get it. I have no idea why. But if we go and we look at the video that premiered, I got 8 hours of watch time in a 20-minute video. So I don't quite get it. I don't know if anybody else has any info on that. Let me copy my clipboard here. Copy the clipboard. So I did post a link if anybody wanted to talk about expectations. I had some big expectations for today, and it's kind of, most of you guys know, I've been dealing with some health concerns, health issues. And I was really hoping to get answers today. I had an appointment with a specialist today I was hoping to get some answers and kind of get a path of what we're going to do. Because right now we feel like we're kind of in a limbo. And Robert was working today. I was working from home today. Tuesdays and Thursdays tend to be my work from home days. I don't have the stamina right now. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays in the office anymore, to be honest. But I had this appointment. It was scheduled for 3:00. So this morning I get a phone call from the doctor's office telling me that they needed to reschedule my appointment for next week. So I was it's hard. It was disappointing. It's not something that I was planning on. I was hoping that, and I was like counting on it. Like, okay, today is the day. We're going to get some answers. We're going to get a plan. We're going to figure out what it is, what's going on, what to do. How are we going to fix this? Can we fix this? I think YouTube sometimes needs some CBD or some, yeah. Cause and effect. We've never followed accounts heavily until we started getting asked about them. We are not real focused on monetization. Paying it forward, not profit. Yeah. But see, if you think about, though, if you get monetized, then you can pay it forward a little bit more. It will help you. YouTube for a year and still not met expectations. Yeah, and see, my thing for Hey Van Vita Travels, my whole topic has nothing to do with like YouTube expectations, but it's expectations overall. Making sure Christian Nomad. YouTube is a funny animal. Yeah, and guys, if you are in here and this is the first time you've been in here, I like to always share and get you guys links dropped. So if you would put a 1 in the chat, if it's the first time you've been in here, and then I think I have a few mods in here that might be able to run some links for you. Let me see here. Yeah, I've got a few mods in here. So yeah, it was a bummer. I had an appointment last week that I was really hoping was going to give me some answers, and it ended up being a total waste of time. So that was frustrating. And so I feel like you set up these expectations for yourself or for other people, and then something happens and those expectations are changed. And where do you go from there? Are you setting the correct expectations? Are you expecting too much from people or from things? I'm liking seeing all these 1s. That's pretty awesome. His Way Home said, we have far exceeded our expectations for this year, getting so much done, much more than expected. In some way, I think we've exceeded our expectations. Never planned to be doing what we're doing. I'm so happy. I feel so blessed that we're doing what we're doing. Texas family camping. Let me put that up here. When I'm anxious about stuff like what you're dealing with, I need a distraction, either making myself busy or watching a comedy movie. That's just me. No, I do the same thing. I do the same thing. And sometimes people don't quite understand. They say, if you're not feeling good, then why are you going to go and do this? And why are you going to go do that? I had cancer when I was 37. So I had breast cancer when I was 37. I never stopped working. I never took a leave of absence. Not to say that it's wrong for people to do it, but for me, it was putting one foot in front of the other. There was so much going on that I couldn't control, that going to work was something I could control. And it was just how it was. I worked with great people who supported me, so that it was really, really good. And I was literally telling my doctor the other day, and not saying that I would ever want to go through that again, because it was a very dark period. But I'm doing well, and I've been doing well for a long time. So that's in my past. But I told my doctor, I said, when you're diagnosed with cancer, you get a treatment plan, and the waiting for all of that. And I remember that still, like, is the hardest part. Like, they tell you, okay, this is what's going on. And then you have to wait. It's like this constant waiting game of, what do you do next? What do you do next? And then you have to wait for the next thing. But I knew I had steps, and I knew once the steps were over with, I would be okay. I had faith I was going to be okay. The crap that's going on right now is just, I have no idea of what's going to happen. And I know I'll be okay, but I don't know if I will be the okay that I'm used to or that I want. So I have to maybe change my expectations of how I thought my life was going to go. His Way Home said, you got the right community to be in, because you're right. You know what? And we have, since I've been in this community, we have gathered money together for somebody whose wife passed away, who has gotten sick, who needed wheels, needed tires. The travel community has a very dear person who's dealing with cancer right now. So they set together some lives over the course of a weekend, raise money for the spouse. It is an amazing community. We all love each other. I wish we could go to some of these meetups. Right now, we're kind of still stuck in Florida. I love it. Everybody's saying hi to each other. This is awesome. James, I need to go watch your video. I didn't get a notification that you had posted a video. So I'm going to go make sure when I finish this that I watch that. You never know how much time you have left. And wait, I just saw some. Yeah. We're from the Space Coast. So a little bit ago, a rocket just launched. And I totally forgot the rocket was going to launch. I actually looked at my phone and I saw it pop up on Facebook, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, maybe I can run out there in time. And then I could see, like, they were showing the video and it was already up in the air. Well, all of a sudden the ground starts shaking here and everything starts rattling in here. And it's like a delay. So like 3 or 4 minutes after the rocket launch, everything shakes and rolls here, and you can hear it. And every once in a while you get a sonic boom. But we can see them from the front of where we're parked at, where we're mooch stocking at. No, nothing is wrong with being stuck in Florida. What I mean is we're stuck in the part that we can't go anywhere. Like, we would love to go out west, and we can't go out. We can't do that. We have jobs. Yeah, they shake the house. Like, if you forget that the rocket is going to launch, you'll wonder what's going on when the rocket launches, because you can feel like you hear it and then you feel it. And I ran out there to look real quick, and I could see the tail. So it was, by the time you hear it, it's usually too far up for you to see. But I could see the kind of like the little trail of it. It's pretty sweet. It's pretty neat living this close to Kennedy Space Center. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, does anybody want to hop up here? Anybody want to talk about anything? This really is just kind of a spur of the moment kind of planning these now. So we took over for Bob's Adventure, or actually Bob's Adventure on Wheels. I have to get that in my head. Is everybody else I'm trying to remember that? It's great, but I keep forgetting it. So Tuesday through Friday. So right now I still work full time. So I will be doing lives on my lunch. So they're going to be lives from my lunch. His Way Homestead. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me do this one first. The work thing gets in my way all the time. Yeah. I'm very grateful I have a job, though. His Way Homestead. Do I make videos of any of the rocket launches? You know what? We've thought about it, but neither one of us has a camera that really can pick it up good enough. Robert's is a little bit better, but mine doesn't do very good. Working, but you'll jump in next time. Awesome. I hope, Justin and Christine, that y'all are able to get across the border. Yeah, it doesn't look like you might be able to do the Mayberry meetup. We're not going to be doing the Mayberry meetup. I'm 99% sure we won't be doing Quartzsite this year, but definitely planning on it for the following year. I think we only get so much time off, and we had made plans already, but Quartzsite is definitely something we want to do. Go through here. Your people working. My phone's beeping. Oh, so apparently Chili's is having its National Fajita Day. I just got a text message. It's National Fajita Day. So if you want to go to Chili's and have fajitas, apparently they have a sale. Wow. I don't even think there's a Chili's near me. Papa Drew. Hey, Papa Drew, work sucks. Work sucks, but it pays. We got to pay the bills. I just need to find a way to pay the bills. I know that's going to be a really big meetup, and I have no idea. You never say never. I think we're on the list to go, because there's always that chance. And no matter what, we're going to donate to the firewood fund. So even if we're not going, we're still gonna help out with the firewood fund, so that you guys can all have fun, and that we can see lots of videos and lots of pictures for those of us that can't go, because we would love to. I am afraid to actually make a whole lot of plans right now. My nephew is getting married in October, and my doctor last week was talking about a possible treatment plan for me. And if I do that treatment plan, it's pretty much going to, I think it's going to limit to how far I can go, where I can go. They're talking about putting a permanent or semi-permanent, because it's removable, a port in my chest, and then I would have to do IV treatments every day for a month or two. And then they'll probably leave the port in longer, just to see whether or not they'd have to go back and do more. So if I have to do treatments every day, it's going to kind of limit unless I can do it from my RV. And I've got a medical background. I used to be a nurse, so I'm not worried about being able to do it. But there's a lot of other things that I have to be, do I have to get checked so often? Do I have to have blood work? So there's a lot of unexpected things right now that we're kind of like hanging. And then when I had that appointment that was supposed to happen this morning, we were hoping we were going to get some answers, and everything happens for a reason. So we'll see. Yeah. Wow. RBDJ. Yeah. Chili's is like Dollar General, one hiding behind every tree. We live in the boonies right now. Robert gets a little mad when I say that. Well, but it's kind of in the boonies and sticks, which I love it. It's beautiful. And I love it because it's quiet, except for when the rockets launch. His Way Homestead, that is awesome. Wow. Congratulations. I am so happy for you. Wow. You will pay your house off. Wow. That's good. That makes me smile. That really makes me smile. I'm really happy for you. Wow. You're right. That's going to be epic. And that's why I said I want to contribute to you guys, because I want to see if we don't go, I want to see all the videos. But I also don't know, like, there's so much going on right now in my head. Like, I'm trying to process that. I'm scared to even make any kind of estimation. Texas family, everybody needs to congratulate. That's awesome. Christian Nomad's going. Let me see here. At His Way, that's awesome. We sold ours to pay it off now in a Class A full-time until we find property in paradise, wherever that may be. So pause in effect. Are you driving and looking and seeing like where you might want to end up? I know permanently where we would want to end up. We want to have a home base. So we want to find like a homestead area and set up some, have some land, hookups. We could park our camper there and still live in it. That's fine. Garden, kind of off grid. We don't want debt. We don't want a house payment. That's why we live in an RV. Definitely don't want that. Right now, the biggest debt we have is probably the one that pains us the most is my car payment. And, if I were to not have a job, that would be the one bill that we have that would cause a lot of problems. That and medical bills. I mean, I have insurance right now, but, just last week I saw two doctors last week and a test, and it was $350, and I have insurance. So, and I was supposed to have another MRI done of my lower back, which will be another $150. And then the specialist appointment is going to be another $40. So then you add in any of the medications. And then if I have to have this procedure done, I don't know what the deductible is on that. So yeah, that can get depressing if you start talking about how much you might owe. So our goal is to get debt free. Nomad Center Camp. Cool, Papa Drew. Papa Drew, do I have you here as I think I have you down as a mod. Yeah, you're as a mod. If you want to post the link for signups, you can absolutely post that link for signups. I need to add that to my stream elements. I don't. Everybody else has their little bot going and doing a bunch of stuff. I don't know how to do my bot. I did sign up, and he'll tell me certain things. I do have like the magic 8 ball on. I did set that up, and I set some pretty funny little answers for it. And I think I set it up where it'll let me know when I have a new subscriber. But I think that's as far as I went. And like for timers, apparently it's not. I don't see it running all the time, so it must not be going crazy. But I do see it every once in a while. But I don't have it running through and saying, different links and different things. That's the way to be. It really is the way to be. I'm so happy. Yay. Soon before you know it, you're going to hit 200 and then you'll hit 300 and there you go. Hey, Ray Lee, you're work watching too. There's a lot of people that work watch. Happy Place Diaries, what's up? Be in Texas. Yeah. So I don't know. I'll throw this link out here again if anybody wants to pop on here. Let's see. Boop. And I know quite a few people need some playlists ran. So I know Roy and Becky, they need a playlist run. I think Bob needs a playlist run. I saw on there that quite a few people have hit their hours and have gotten monetized. So Van Lake with Gina Payne, Johnny's Journey, they got monetized recently. So that's awesome. RBDJ, you know what? The more you get, the more it kind of snowballs. That's why like that first 100 is so incredibly difficult. It feels like it takes forever to get that first 100. And then after you get that first 100, it does really snowball. And really after 1,000, when we hit the 1K mark, it was crazy how it seems like it really is starting to, it's starting to pick up. I don't know. I forgot what we were at this morning. 1.12 maybe 1.12. Yeah, 1,125, I think. So that 125, I hit the 1K right before we went to the Keys, and we were in the Keys for 2 weeks, and then we've been back for a week. So it's been pretty crazy. It looks like I got Happy Place Diaries down in the basement. You ready to come up? All right. Hey.
Hey, what's up? Oh boy, that's dark.
It is dark there. Oh, that's better.
There we go. I have that big door behind me.
Now so I can see. What's up?
Just living the dream.
There you go.
It's breakfast time here, so.
I haven't had my lunch yet. I said it's lunchtime, but I haven't had my lunch yet.
Yeah, we're just chilling today. Got the grandson over. He's taking a nap, so I thought I'd pop on and see who's hanging out. So.
How old is your grandson?
19 months.
Oh, so fun and so much work.
Yeah, I'm full-time grandpa, so I watch him, I think, 4 days a week.
I would love
yesterday was not fun. I had to take him to the doctor, so just for his checkup.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got shots. He was not happy.
That's not the fun part of being a grandpa.
No,
you should be there to give him all the treats and do all the loving, not the.
Oh yeah, no, I'm the popsicle master. I load him up and send him home. So
that's awesome. So what's for lunch?
Breakfast. Having grits.
Where are you at?
We're in Oregon.
Okay.
So we're all the way across.
Yeah, so it is breakfast time for you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only 9:30.
Wow.
So have to wait till he goes down so you can kind of he does his little morning thing and then that's it. So
What
so
time?
you're talking about kind of growth. We just hit 700 this weekend,
Awesome.
and we for those of you that are frustrated about how slow it goes, the line forms right here. We've been at it
It's
since 2018,
wow.
and we just hit 700. So that we either suck really bad, or or it's just part of the deal. And what we noticed was getting to 500 was painful. And then once we hit that 500 mark, I mean, we hit 500 in, I want to say, June. So from June to
Wow.
now, we had a pretty
That's
good,
a big increase there.
yeah. But the important part was um, my wife and I, uh, we set reasonable expectations
Yeah.
and goals that basically, like our goal is to be at 1,000 by the end of December this year, and we think that's attainable. I mean,
It looks like
given,
you're going to track there.
yeah, so, we're 295 away. So, um, we figure that should be attainable if we keep creating good content and
Yeah.
getting stuff out there that people want to watch. Um,
Yeah.
and the
I
nice
think it
thing
sounds
is,
very reasonable.
yeah. And so far as the monetization, I'm not looking for YouTube to make me a millionaire.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
No, right. And I'm retired, so it's a hobby for me.
Yeah.
Um, so we're just having a lot of fun with it. We figure the more fun we have, the more that translates into the videos, and then that will start. And to be honest, we got some good advice back in June, um, that Teresa, my wife, she needed to be more involved with the videos.
Mm-hmm.
And so since then, she's been in just about every video, and we've seen the numbers go up. So
Wow.
maybe it's me. Maybe I should get out and just get behind the camera. Um, but
Yeah,
yeah, we noticed that as soon as she started really taking an active role in the videos. Now I do all the editing and stuff like that because I love doing that. Um, but you know, uh, after that, it's just staying with the grind and not letting the numbers get to you. And what we've been looking at is our growth number and our watch hour
yep.
number, and we kind of want those to be like this going up,
Yep.
so that they hit at the same time,
Yeah.
and then we can become millionaires
There you go.
on YouTube.
See, and I think that's the problem is it's like um if your numbers go up really high, that's great and all, but you're really not going to go anywhere until you have those watch hours.
Right.
But the more people you have on your channel, the more you see those watch hours also multiplying at a faster rate.
Right.
So
It's kind of a
they're directly related. Yeah, they're direct. It's definitely directly related. Yeah, and the more people you have, the quicker the people seem to find you. Which I'm sure that's all the YouTube analytics and the YouTube machine working behind the scenes. So
yeah.
hi there, Commander Bacon.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm tired and sore. Oh my goodness, we've been trying to put a field fence in, and the high tensile field fence, you have to tie these knots in the ends of it. And my hand is sore right now. It isn't funny, but another unexpected thing today. The statewide rep for the fence company
Mm-hmm.
up and said, "Hey, how you making out on your fence?" I said, "Well, I'm really struggling with tying the knot." Well, I'm going to be up in your area. I'll stop by this afternoon and we'll help you with it and show you some tips and tricks and stuff. And there's even another tool that you can use and not have to tie the knots. That's awesome.
Wow.
That's a game changer for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's going to be a huge help.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that was one of our goals for this year, was to put a perimeter fence so that we could let all our chickens out and let them free range. And we want to add goats, sheep. So we're trying to expand and be more self-sufficient, and that's part of it. So we have rabbits for meat. We have chickens, eggs and meat. We have ducks for eggs and meat. We have quail for eggs and meat. So we want a little bit bigger animal.
Yeah, you've got lots of little animals.
Yeah, but the good thing about the little animals, they reproduce fast and they mature fast.
Yeah,
that's a good thing. Not like a beef cow that takes a year for it to get.
Well, that's true. That is very true. So it looks like, Blaine, y'all will be at 1,000 watch hours soon. Yeah, we're a hair over that. I think we're at maybe 1,100 watch hours right now. That's why whenever people talk about watch hours, yeah, we need them, but we're definitely not one of those ones that is anywhere near hitting.
We just got over 1,000, so we're at like 1,149 right now for subscribers, and our watch hours are just a little over 2,700. So
that's awesome. Yeah, see, that's a good tracking.
Yeah, we started January 30th of this year, so it's going pretty well. I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, that seems like a good little clip you're doing.
Yeah,
I think our goal is to try to have our watch hours done by December, January. That'll keep us from hitting that 1 year where you start losing them.
Yeah.
Well, the nice thing is it's a rolling year.
Yeah.
So you don't lose them all. You just lose the ones from the video that hit on that day.
Yeah.
Because we're only like 200 watch hours away. We're farther away on our growth than we are on our watch hours.
Wow.
So that's our biggest concern, is making sure that we kind of, like I said, kind of hit at the same time, so that, because once you hit, you're good, you know, because they'll populate together. Thank goodness it's not they drop you at 365. It's a rolling year, so you don't lose all those watch hours. But if you have like a video from a year ago and you're coming up on that, and it's been the one that's been generating lots of watch hours, maybe it's time to remake that video so that you can, you know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I like to play along in the analytics. I don't let the analytics rule, but I definitely like to go in there and try to learn the analytics. And I think we probably have until February before we actually have one of those videos that really kind of took off. I think, we'll lose like little bits and pieces of watch time until we hit this one video in February, and then it'll probably be. So if we can just do it before then, it would be great.
Yeah,
we'll make our millions in January.
Hopefully
we
will too.
Yeah, we'll all be millionaires.
But if it's a video that you did 2 years ago and people are still watching it, that still counts towards your watch hours for now, right?
True, it does.
So that,
like I said, it just drops off for whatever it was on that day.
Yeah.
You don't lose all of them. You just lose them.
So if that day you happen to hit and you had 10 people watch that video that day and you ended up with 10 hours of watch time in that 24-hour period, you'll lose that 10 hours of watch time. And then, the next day, if 15 more people watched it, you might lose those 15 people's watch time for that video. So, yeah. But if you still are accumulating more people watching more videos, then that's where you counteract that. It just, you're working uphill a little bit more. You're kind of wading through the quicksand a little more, trying to get to it.
That's why we're counting on our most recent content which we hope is better content because just the nature of growing,
Yeah.
our channel, we're kind of counting on those to start spiking, right at the right time so that we can
Well, you must
keep
be doing
going up.
content if you got all those watch hours. So
Yeah. And I think like the more videos you do, the better you get.
yeah.
I mean, we definitely have. If you go back and we were looking at our first intro we did, and oh my gosh, I think I want to delete it. It's so bad. I look petrified. He's, and I used to do Facebook lives and all that, and it never bothered me. But for some reason, but I'm not a camera person either. And he stuck this camera. He's like, "We're going to do our intro," and he gave me no warning. And he's like, "Hey, my name is Robert," and I'm like, Sherry. like, it was so awkward looking, and he posted it.
I do that to my wife all the time. She hates it. I won't give her a warning. I'm just an impromptu kind of person, and she's
I am too. I tend to be that way, and he gets mad at me. He's like, I think we actually were doing a live going down the road, and we were having a struggle with the camper, and he was out dealing with the camper, and I'm doing a live because I'm like, okay, I need some help. We can't get this camper to move, so I need somebody to help us out. So I'm going to my my resources, which is everybody. He's trying to come up with brain power, and he's trying to figure out how to get this camper to move. So I'm doing a live like, hey, does anybody have any ideas? How can I get this camper to move? He gets in there, he gets it to move, and he doesn't even realize that we're on live. So then he ends up missing his turn, and he's like, well, you could have warned me that you were doing a live. Suddenly I look over and there's the camera. I'm like, well, it is. I'm trying to find out a solution to the problem while you're killing yourself trying to come up with a solution. The resources of how many people on YouTube, I was trying to use those resources, all of you guys that know what you're doing. And obviously we didn't know what we were doing. I mean, it's a huge community. I'm looking at some of these comments. Justin, Christina, you've had great growth. Yeah. Creeping on the 3K, be celebrating with several giveaways once we reach that milestone. See, I had somebody who sent us a message that said we were ungrateful when we hit our 1K because we didn't have a big party, a big celebration for hitting a 1K. And that kind of struck me as, I don't know. I appreciate it. I'm so humbled by everybody that watches, but I feel like it's a huge milestone, but we hit it at the same time that a lot of other people were also hitting it. And I thought those people, I didn't want to take any spotlight off of them. I want to let them, because they were getting monetized and had other things. We hit 1K, but we're still far from being where we want to be. And we want to help other people.
Well, my big goal was I wanted to get to 1K just to be able to use my mobile device to go live stream, because we don't have everything is off our cell phones. So it makes it really hard.
You're right. Yeah. And I tried to do our first live we did it from my laptop, and we set it up, and we didn't have any kind of problems. We did it through YouTube, and then we did another live with somebody else on StreamYard. And so then StreamYard just seemed so easy. So we just continued to use StreamYard. Well, the other day we were trying to plan it, and I thought, well, I'm going to do it on YouTube. I'm going to set it up on YouTube. So it didn't work. I don't know what I did wrong. I hit the little to go live, and it was asking me for all this information that's different than what I've ever seen before. So then I had to go, okay, forget that, cancel that, go back to StreamYard.
Yeah. The thing I like about the mobile device live stream is I can flip the camera at will. If I'm recording on my iPhone, I stop the recording, flip the camera, and then start it back up again. And it's such a pain.
Yeah.
I got to get over here. I got a meeting at 12.
Ooh.
So I'm taking.
If I look at you, you'd be late here. It's 12:45 here.
Yeah, it's 11:45 here. So
all right.
We're in Central.
Well, thanks for hopping on.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
I appreciate it. All right.
Yeah, K&R wrote, "Wow, it's crazy the things that people say to each other." You know, what we've learned is the RV community here on YouTube
Yeah.
has been super supportive, and you know they're always there when you need them.
Yeah.
Like you said, if you're looking for resources, there's a lot of people that
There's so many of us.
right. But what I've learned, um, and going back to what you said about not wanting to step on other people's celebration and all that stuff,
Mhm.
there's enough YouTube out there for all of us.
Absolutely.
And you know, if you want to celebrate, celebrate. If you don't, then that's fine too. But people shouldn't judge you based on your celebration. I thank people every single video because every
Yeah.
single video, um, if we get two people to watch, we're appreciative of those two people. You
Yeah.
know, would we like a million people to watch? Absolutely. And we'll appreciate those a million just as much as, you know, appreciating the one or the two.
Absolutely.
Many years ago, I went to the Disney Institute for leadership training, and the of the entire session, the thing that stuck out to me was to treat absolutely every single person that walks in your door or watches your video or whatever, equate that however you want, like they are the most important person that
Yes.
walked in your door. And you know, at first it was one of those things where I was like, well, how do you do that? You know, if this guy is the most important, then how is the next guy the most important? But once I started practicing that, it became really easy to just treat
Mhm.
everybody like
Everybody.
the most important person to watch our video, or you know, um, you know, whatever the case is in the world of YouTube.
Mhm.
So for somebody to say that you're not appreciative, they just woke up on the wrong side of YouTube that day.
I
You
think
know,
so. I think so. And I just kind of blew it off. We'll do things. We've given away things. We'll do random, unplanned. We had a question on our last live and somebody guessed it right. And we sent them a Amazon gift card. I will randomly say to somebody on here that I see coming on and posting a lot, hey, what's your address? I sent a mug out the other day. It's just, we absolutely appreciate everybody. Um, and when we hit certain milestones, yeah, well, I'm sure we will probably throw a big old party. It'd be nice if it was in quartzite. Do
yeah.
quartzite, be a big old quartzite party.
Well, there's going to be a lot of folks out there this year,
Yeah.
from what I hear. I mean,
Yeah.
at least if you follow, you know, Papa Drew, he's going to be hosting a huge thing out there, I guess. So,
I know it. So
and
where
that,
to, Ian? You're RV or wannabe someday. There you go.
yeah,
Just do it. Life's short.
you got to pull the trigger.
You just got to do it.
Yeah, we made it really easy to become RVers because we've been campers. I mean, for me, my entire childhood, I camped, and
Mhm.
my wife, she was a camper. You might have to go to the settings and set up your thing. But anyway, we were out at the beach, out of the Oregon coast, and all of a sudden we were in a tent. Massive storm comes in, 70-mile-an-hour winds and we don't have hurricanes. I've been to Florida, but I'm not used to that.
When
Um,
you move to Florida, you sign up for hurricanes.
that's right.
You sign up for it.
The last time I was in Florida, we were down at the Florida Ranger Camp up by Fort Walton Beach,
Mm-hmm.
and they had a massive storm come in, and yeah, it was interesting to say the least. But we had these winds that were just incredible for us, and the tent was folding in on itself, and we're laying there in the tent, and my wife looks at me and says, I'm just not having fun. So we packed up and we went home. And right after that, we went to the RV show and we became RVers. And it was
Fix
so
that
funny
problem.
because I was always that person that, you're following the RVer on the road and you're like, God, pull over, let me get by.
Yep.
And now I have such an appreciation for that guy behind me. And so I pull over and I just go slow and, but
It's funny. I had a similar story when my kids were little. We were tent campers and we had the Taj Mahal tent. So we didn't have like little tents. So we had like the nice big tents. I had 4 kids.
Yeah.
And we happened to be camping at the tail end of a tropical storm. And this was actually in Virginia. So in the mountains in a tropical storm. And we set our tents up. I was with another couple. And we set our tents up and we thought we had the best place ever because the road was up here. We're down here. We wouldn't hear road traffic. We had a boat. So the boat was like down in the water. Thought this is ideal. We set this thing up and it starts pouring and pouring. And so I have kids in the tent. I'm getting out of the tent and I'm like putting down awnings, taking down and I'm protecting somebody else's tent too. So I went and I took their awning down and laid it down so that way it wouldn't go flat. Our easy up, I laid that down. I'm out there holding up another thing because the wind's blowing it. And I spent like 40 minutes like holding this. And I looked up at the top of the ridge and there's these people in RVs that are along the road and they're sitting on their little porches just watching us.
Got their coffee.
Yes, I'm like, these people are laughing their butt off at us. So I lowered everything. The wind stopped blowing. I was soaking wet at that point. I wasn't going to go climbing into a tent. So I spent the night in our expedition. And my husband gets up the next day and he's like, you never came back to bed? I'm like, nope, I stayed dry. I was soaking wet. I stripped out of my clothes. I changed my clothes. I slept all night in the expedition. Meanwhile, we go to look for the boat and it was like a dammed lake. Well, because it had rained so much, they had decided to let out water during the night ahead of the water rising. And so the boat was dry.
Nice.
It was on the ground.
What part of Virginia?
Blue Ridge Mountains.
Okay.
We were staying, I believe that was Lake Anna. We were up near Lake Anna.
Nice.
But it was just like, that was probably the last time we really tent camped. And of course, granted, it was during a tropical storm. We weren't very smart. It wasn't the smartest thing we've ever done. But yeah, my husband, he tent camped his entire life.
Now, if anything, we're going to go bigger. Our next RV is going to be even bigger than what we have now. So, in fact, we were at the last RV show, and they've got these things hanging kind of off these poles. So as you're walking, you can kind of see the lengths of the RVs. So you're walking by 24s, 27, 28, whatever. And Teresa is just walking. And if the number was lower than 27, no, 29, if the lower, she's like, don't even look, just keep walking.
Keep going.
There's nothing to see here, just keep walking. So,
yeah, ours is a 26.
What's that?
Ours is a 26. We're a 26 footer.
Ours is, from hitch to spare tires, 33 feet.
Yeah.
But it's 29 feet of usable space.
Yeah.
So anything that's smaller than 29, she won't even
going. Yeah, I don't know that we want to go bigger or not. I think we wouldn't mind going bigger, but I also could go small.
Yeah, I can't.
I'm not tied to
smaller. And RV, we kind of created our own little caravan club. And so our trailer kind of becomes the hub. And so, at any given time, we got 8 people eating dinner in there or 6 people and, playing games and whatnot. And all of our kids are grown and gone, so they don't camp with us. It's not cool to camp with us anymore, so.
Yeah, that kind of, we've run into that a few times where it's rainy, and our camper is the biggest of all of our families. And so we tend to be like, okay, everybody comes in and piles in. So then we're using the dinette and then pulling an office chair in, and we're all playing games around my table. And it makes us reconsider the one camper we looked at that had like dual slides. It had a dual slide, and it had a sofa and then recliners, and it had like a whole living room area. And I think, wow, that would be great for having people come over, because we don't have that. We've got like 2 recliners.
Well, we tore out our dinette, and we took out the jackknife sofa, and we put an IKEA table in place of the dinette.
Yeah.
And it expands, so we can actually sit 8 people around the table.
Oh, wow.
And then we bought 2.
It'll be tight, but we can.
We bought 2 rocker recliners and put those in place of the sofa. And then the trailer came with 2 rocker,
yeah,
recliners, but they're rockers, swivel rockers.
Yeah.
So we have those. So we have 4 seats there. And then at any given time, we've got all the other chairs for, around the table and whatnot. So
you have lots of people.
We ended up saving a ton of space by taking out the booth dinette, because now you took out kind of that false wall, and then you saved about 3 inches just in, the padding in the back against the wall. So, when it's just
our hot water heater's under one of ours.
What's that?
We have a hot water heater under one of our, I think, seats.
Oh,
so I don't know how we would do that.
Yeah, you got to work around that. Luckily, our water heater is actually underneath our stove. There's a compartment under the stove, and that's where our water heater is, and our pump is all the way at the front of the rig. So, try to get rid of
that. I don't know how we would do that. Who comes on next? I think my brain just went blank.
I'm not sure, but I can look it up real quick.
Yeah, there was.
See who's live.
This is no announcement.
I should know this.
I'm going to open up another tab and see if I can find it.
See if I got a notification, because I didn't see a notification pop up.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
Oh, Roy and Becky, I think. Is it Roy and Becky next?
I think so.
Is it time for them? Because I know I took over Bob's. This is the first week of taking over Bob's time slot.
Yeah, I think it might be Roy and Becky. Let me.
James just put Roy and Becky. So if anybody wants to drop a link for Roy and Becky, because my clock says it's 12:58.
Yep. Well, hey, I'll drop out. Hey, thanks for having me on.
You're welcome. And I know you used to do a lot of the tech talk, so maybe we can do some tech talk.
Absolutely. I'm with you.
All right. I think it would help us all.
All right, cool.
Awesome. Thank you for popping up.
All right.
Bye. So yeah, I think let's go ahead and do an RV weekends raid on Roy and Becky. Do we have a link dropped yet? Let me look on my. And everybody that popped in here, Blended Whiskey Texas. It's about time now. Christian Nomad, James Cantonese, all you guys. Where to Lillian? Oh, I just got a notification. There we go. RV Dog, all of you guys. Thank you so much for popping in here and joining us. KNR says they don't see the thumbnail, but there's Roy and Becky's thing. I know he said they were coming on because he was on Daydream earlier. So let's head on over there, and I'm sure that they'll have one. Maybe they're just running a few minutes behind. I appreciate all you guys. Have a fabulous day. Bye.